The House with the Clock in Its Walls is a new kind of like light horror film for kids. And I think you might like it if you're a kid, possibly. But for me personally, I found it to be incredibly mediocre.
So, you've told Lewis everything?
Well, not everything.
So I was a big fan of Eli Roth and his Hostel and Cabin Fever. And I mean, some of the other movies done lately have been pretty mediocre, but yeah, I'm a fan of his. So it's kind of interesting to see him delve into a family film like this. And it does at times have a little bit of an edge that maybe that an other like family, like haunted house sort of film might not have. But at the same time, so many of the scares were just kind of goofy. I mean, there was some okay stuff, but a lot of stuff relied on CGI. And the CGI was not quite the Spy Kids films, but not too far away from that. Like, it was not very good, especially for a long scene where Jack Black has, like, a baby body, and he, like, pees all over the little kid, and it's like, that's weird. I mean, you could do it for a quick joke, but after like 5 minutes of it, it's like, odd choice. And there's like other stuff too. There's like this magic bush cat, like a cat made out of like landscaping bushes, and like a big lion, and like he likes to shit dead leaves all over the place. And it's like multiple times, it's like. And like, ho ho ho! I'm like, okay. I guess that's for the kid film part. Like, they need to have a dirty laugh there. But for me, I was just like, oh boy. And, Jack Black, I like him. But he's really over the top for this. Of course, Cate Blanchett is like, she's in it too. And she is amazing in everything she does. And, the kid, Owen Vaccaro, is pretty good. And, the setting of, for this whole thing is that Owen Vaccaro, he is an orphan. His parents died, and his uncle, wants to have him come live with him, but he happens to be a warlock. And he lives in this house with this clock in its walls that may spell the doom for the world and the universe. And there's, like, a super arch villainy guy that lived here before, and he wants to kill all of humanity because he saw some shit in World War II. And it's like, okay. I wouldn't have minded that if, other than the World War II like stuff, like with the villain, I would have minded if it's set in like modern times. I know the book was an older book and it's set back then, but it didn't really like do too much with it being in older times. And, it's just, I think my most annoying part of the film for me is just the kid going to school. Like, some of the magic stuff is kind of cool, although it's just all kind of like, hey, I read a book and now I can do magic. But, I mean, other than that, like, there's this stuff with this kid, this popular kid, that has, like, an arm cast, and he befriends the weird kid, and he, like... The weird kid tries to impress him by saying, hey, I can do magic. You want to come to my house and make me break the rules and open the book of necromancy and awaken the dead so that the dead guy that can come destroy the world. And it's like, oh. It's just, they have some stuff. They have some reasoning for him afterwards. They say, oh, I thought, if I could raise this person, then I could possibly go home and raise my mom and dad from the dead. And I they could have done that better. This is just like, it's like, well, we want the kid to break the rules, but we don't want him to do it by himself. So let's have him invite this random kid over and have him egging him on to do it. And it's just like kind of forced and kind of stupid. And it's just like they go to these two little kids go to this graveyard, and it's like, oh, they build like a big pentagram, and they summon the dead, and it's like, over the top. And, the stuff they do, like, some of the stuff is good. And I like some of the stuff they do. But it's just that other things around it, I just really disliked. And at times I found it kind of boring. And I didn't find it funny when it was trying to be funny. And I didn't find it scary at all, of course. But, I don't know if you're a kid, maybe there might be some moments, but I didn't really have any. And as a whole, I was just disappointed by it. Like, I was expecting something more fun than I got. But, maybe it's just me. I'm probably not the target audience, of course. But I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. I really didn't like it, but it's not a horrible film. It's just maybe not for me. But thanks for watching, and check out their video playlist on my head, and subscribe to me in that Z over there. Thanks.